Hi to everybody at SpaceTrek. My name's Chris Hadfield. I am an astronaut. I've flown in space 3 times. I've flown 3 different rocket ships and helped build 2 space stations. I've done a couple spacewalks where you pull yourself out into the universe, and I've been the commander of the International Space Station. And it all started exactly with the sort of thing that you've been doing this summer at SpaceTrek there in West Virginia. I know you've been launching satellites, Cricket Sats, great name for a satellite, and understanding how to prepare and execute a launch on a balloon. And then, even more importantly, not just forget it, but then track it and understand the science that's going on and the complexity of running a space operation. So huge kudos to you for doing that. There's some amazing stuff going on in space right now. 4 friends of mine went to the moon a couple months ago on Artemis 2. And I think a former graduate of SpaceTrek actually was part of the team tracking and supporting that mission to the moon, Artemis 2. And that's brand new. You know, we're transitioning from exploration when I was your age, but now settling the moon. And this is the first of those missions. So this is the time in history. You're alive at the time in history when we are leaving Earth permanently, not just to live on the space station, but to start living somewhere else. And then above your head, there are people living on the space station. If you time it just right, you can go outside and watch the space station go over at dawn or dusk. And I was talking to Jessica Meyer. She's from Maine, who's up there right now, and last week. And she's just having a great time. She went out and did a spacewalk a couple weeks ago to fix some things outside. But the cool stuff also is happening here on Earth. In mission control in Houston, where every single day they're supporting those astronauts on the space station and training the team in order to further understand the universe. It's a time like no other in all of history where we study the whole Earth. And it happens because of the type of technology that you have been working on at SpaceTrek. So make sure you thank the folks there. I know Governor Morrissey came by, but thank the folks that organize it at Wesleyan College. It's a great opportunity to dream about things and learn about things and start deciding what it is you're going to do in your life. And also, you're lucky enough to have Kim Reed there. Kim and I both support a space company. We're directors at a space company that has satellites in orbit. So if you get a chance, take the time and really talk to Ms. Reed and ask her some questions. I'm sorry I can't be there in person, but some point I hope I get a chance to see you face to face. Enjoy the last little bit of SpaceTrek, Space Camp here together, and make sure you keep track of all the people that you went through SpaceTrek with. And I'm just so excited about what's going on in space exploration, but also in what each one of you is going to do next.